What happened to the woman who never carried anyone? My cousin Delia had one law she lived by. She would help you once, and if you didn't help yourself after that, you were on your own. She wasn't cruel about it. She just refused to be anyone's crutch. She'd say, "I'll open the door, but I'm not carrying you through it." Borrow money and never mention it again, never happening twice. Show up to her place to vent for the 40th time about a problem you refused to fix. She'd hand you a glass of water and a time limit. Her sister Bree used to joke that Delia had a heart of solid granite, but honestly it kept her sane. While the rest of the family got bled dry by the same relatives every holiday, Delia stayed whole. She ran a busy dental practice the same way. Clear policies, no chronic no-shows, staff who knew she meant what she said. She'd rather work short-staffed than keep someone who leaned on everyone else to cover them. Then in the fall, she took on a new hygienist named Priya, and something shifted. Priya started strong, then started slipping. Late twice in the first month, then a missed shift with no call. The Delia we knew would have written her up on the spot. Instead, Bree overheard her on the phone rearranging the whole schedule to cover for her. "She's had a rough stretch," Delia said, almost offensive. It got stranger. Delia started staying 2 hours after close doing Priya's charting for her. She covered a shift herself so Priya could leave early. When Bree asked why, Delia just said Priya was dealing with a lot and brushed it off. Then it went further than the office. Delia started buying groceries, not for herself, bags of them, dropped at an apartment across town at odd hours. She'd cancel family dinners last minute. Something came up. "I'm so sorry." The woman who never rearranged her life for anyone was suddenly rearranging all of it. The family started talking. Delia looked exhausted. She'd stopped going to her Saturday spin class, stopped answering the group chat. Bree saw her transfer money to Priya's account, several $100s, and when she asked, Delia snapped that it was her money and her business, but her hands were shaking. She began waiting too, sitting by her phone, canceling plans in case Priya needed something. One weekend, Bree found her still in her work clothes from Friday, Sunday afternoon, wound tight, saying Priya might need a ride to an appointment. She wouldn't say what kind. The breaking point came when Delia bailed on our grandmother's birthday. Delia, who never missed it, who organized it every single year. She texted 20 minutes before, "Emergency? Can't explain. I'm sorry." Bree had had enough. She drove to Delia's house and pounded on the door until she opened it. "What is going on with you? You've turned into someone I don't recognize. This woman from your job has taken over your entire life and you're acting like you owe her something." Delia stood in the doorway, and then she just crumpled. She sat down right there on the floor and started crying, the kind of ugly, gasping cry that scares you. And finally she told the truth. Priya wasn't a coworker taking advantage of her. Priya was 19 when she'd been trafficked, brought into the country on a promise of nursing school, and held for almost 3 years by a man who took her documents, her wages, everything. She'd finally gotten out 8 months ago with nothing. No papers, no credit, no family here, terrified of anyone official. She'd clawed her way into a hygienist job under a name that wasn't quite steady, and she was one bad week away from ending up back on the street or worse. The appointments were with a legal aid clinic fighting to get her a special visa for trafficking survivors. The money was for a lawyer's filing fees Priya was too proud and too scared to ask for. The groceries were because Priya had been eating 1 meal a day to save every dollar for that filing. And Delia had promised her, the night it all came out, that she would not let one more person in this woman's life open a door and then walk away. "She flinches when a man raises his voice near her," Delia said, wiping her face. "She sleeps with a chair against her door." "Bree, if I stop showing up, who does she have?" "Nobody. That's the whole point. She has nobody." The family had spent months thinking Delia had gone soft, that she'd finally become the pushover she swore she'd never be. It was the opposite. She hadn't stopped having standards. She'd found the one situation where her rule didn't apply. Because you can't tell someone to pull themselves up when everything they had was stolen from them first. Priya's visa was approved in the spring. She's in a real apartment now, with her own name on the lease, and she came to our grandmother's birthday this year. She sat next to Delia the whole night.